got a free toy yesterday. Actually, I don't think it's ever been used. It was probably, this is an electric car. Pretty nice looking. It was a kid's driving electric car. And I think it was brand new, never used. But anyway, a guy had found it on the road, and he thought he'd get it running, and he didn't. I guess it probably never did run. But you might wonder, what am I going to do with this? Well, I'm not going to drive it. It's tiny. Well, I was thinking that the motor and gearing in this thing might make the good basis for a solar tracker. So it's not going to be something I'll do right now. I have more urgent priorities going on. But I'm going to keep this off to the side for the electronics of it. And later on, when I get time, probably in the fall, winter, I'll try to make a solar tracker using the gearing and motor out of this. It's already set up. It's perfect. It's geared down, really geared down. And with a pulse width modulator, you can really get that to move precisely. So anyway, these little cars, you can find them on the sides of the roads for free all the time. If it works, it'd be a good idea for everybody. I decided to put wood down on the kitchen floor before laying tiles, just to be safe, and especially over this joint here on the floor. So I have to go to town and see if I can find a piece. It's 5 foot by 4 foot, so I'll probably have to get a whole sheet. Won't be able to use scrap like I thought I would be able to. The mouse, oh, by the way, there's a mouse poison tray there, whatever you call it. It's a cat-proof mouse bait station, and so these are designed to be used where there are pets and children. But my cat is not in the RV, she's in the camper. So I put the poison out, I tried to kill the mouse, which he did eat. He ate some of that there last night, so in 2 days there will be a body. I just hope that he's either outside or I find him before he stinks, because he ate some. That's it, he's done. But a lot of people are worried about my cat. Well, I care about her a lot. I wouldn't risk her health. So I use these bait stations, and also she does not eat mice. She doesn't even kill mice if she does catch them. Which is annoying, but it is what it is. She pins him down and I have to kill him, because otherwise she'll let him go for the next night so she can play again and again and again. Reusable toys. And if it doesn't come in a can or a cat food bag, she won't eat it. So she's pretty safe. And as I said, she's not anywhere near the RV right now. There's my new tile flooring in daylight. Really looks nice. It's like a blue-green in color. This commercial grade flooring, so it's durable. I wanted to glue it down this morning, but the instructions on the glue says do not use it until, and this is going to be tough, it says not to use the glue until the flooring and the surrounding environment has been above 64 degrees for at least 48 hours, and will remain so for 48 hours after you put the glue down. Well, guess what? It's 50 degrees in here in the morning. So I'm going to have to wait for it to warm up. It's 10:30 in the morning and still around, it's in the low 60s in here right now. So I'll probably have to wait till midday to glue this down. So I'm going to go into town and see if I can find a piece of wood for the kitchen floor to put down, and maybe I'll frame this in here while I wait for the temperature to get warmer. But the tiles will be done today, finished. I will have a clean bathroom today, which means no outdoor shoes inside beyond this point anymore at all, for any reason. I will keep this spotless. Had to go to town and get 2 pieces of wood. There was 2 what do you call it, leftovers or whatever. So I got them on a discount,
It was 2 pieces of 4 foot by 4 foot, which I will now put in here to prepare the floor for the tiles in the kitchen. Right now, this is the hard part, or the monotonous part I should say. Knocking out the old nail staples in the floor. I have to get all these old staples out so I can prepare for the new flooring. There's a lot of junk still attached to these from the old carpet. So that's going to take some time, and then I'll vacuum again. All these little staples have to come out. So many little staples on this floor. I'm painting one more coat on the walls everywhere, basically. Anything white. I've redone the whole kitchen area and around the closets and stuff. I want to just make sure I get everything done. I'm going to do another coat along here because you can still see brush strokes. I can't get the roller up by the oven, or by the stovetop, so I'll have to do that again. Do the trim another time here. Just making sure I get all the painting done in here before I put down the carpeting. I'm going to hit that another time right there. Just make sure that it looks good. One last time here on everything. I've done the cabinet faces here. I've done that one again. And then I'll be cutting the wood. I've cleaned up the whole floor here. I'm taking out all the nails and staples. Then I'll be cutting my wood and put that underlayment down, and then I'm going to glue down the bathroom tile, or actually you have to apply the glue and wait 90 minutes and then put the tile down from what I've read, if I understood it right. And then I'll cut these tiles and then glue them. Well, that's curing, or actually I'll cut these tiles and then by the time those will be ready to position and put in permanently. And then I can glue this down, wait 90 minutes. It's a process. It's quite a project. And I still hope to finish checking outside for silicone, places to silicone and seal today. Time's flying, but I'm going to just keep going and going and going. Won't be a lot of video today because I just have to get this done. I sure hope I'm doing this right. It says to wait between 30 and 90 minutes until this is dry to the touch and your fingers come away clear. I've never done this. I sure hope I'm doing this right, because I can barely read these instructions. This is such fine print and blurred. I don't know why they tried to print so fine and blurred. It all runs together. I can barely read the instructions on this. So I'm going to let this sit for 30 minutes or so until it's dry to the touch and start applying my tiles. It claims an 18-hour working time, which also means I'll have a lot of time waiting before I can use the bathroom after this. Well, hope the mouse doesn't run across the snow. That's the ultimate glue trap for mice. So now I wait. Now I'm going to continue preparing the floor in here. I finished all the painting. Everything's done. All nice and white everywhere. Did the last coats everywhere and did the touching up on the edges. So my saw died on me, sadly. The blade or the batteries run out of juice, so now I have to wait before I can finish cutting this out. Was at Tractor Supply today getting supplies, and they have this 2-door mouse catcher, and considering I'm having trouble with mice right, left, and all around, I'll take anything. So I'm going to set this up as well now. I'll tell you what, the floor plan on this thing had some odd and crazy angles to it. Nothing lines up with anything else in this place. Why they staggered the beds off from each other, I don't know. But it made for a weird angle up in here as well. If you look, this one of course comes in this way more, and that one's out that way more. I don't know if you can see that with this board in my way. That one's flush. That wall's flush with the end of that bed, and this one is inward, so it's very weird. I don't know why they did that. So I'm still waiting for this to cure. It does stink badly. Meanwhile, I got one board down. I'm charging my battery in staggered times as I use it. I just have to get this done. So I gotta cut little notches out here and there to make that fit. So I'm gonna be pretty good at angles pretty soon. I had to do that in 2 pieces because it wouldn't fit under this lip here, and then I've got one last piece to cut, and then I can screw this floor down. Stupidly, I forgot to get more screws for this. That's annoying. That means another trip into town later, because I need the smaller headed screws for this so they'll sink in nicely. Just sort of sizing this out a bit, getting an idea. I haven't screwed the wood down yet, but I just wanted to see. I think it's going to look nice. I think the whole place is going to look good. This is going to be one very fine RV when I'm done. I know I'm going to be happy. I'm waiting for my glue to dry, which is looking like it's going to be more like the closer to the 90 minutes range rather than the 30 minutes. And I'm waiting for my battery to charge so I can finish cutting stuff. By the way, I've got electricity out here, AC power, charging my battery. Anyway, while I'm doing that, I started examining my motorhome, and I discovered something horrible. I already cleaned it up. I should have showed you before, but you can still see the cracks. Look at the cracks in the fiberglass. So that black line is stress fractures in the fiberglass on top of the windshield. And that had been siliconed, and it looked nice and clean, so I ignored it previously. I thought, that's not a leak. But I peeled the silicone up, and this was underneath. This was all mossy and wet. I think I may have possibly found my leak. I hope that's it. So I peeled off the whole thing and cleaned it. And then I also did the middle runners, which I never did before. All I had previously done is the, oops, it's still wet, the corners and any place that looked really bad over there. So maybe the water was coming in over the windshield. Maybe, this is a huge maybe. Maybe it was running in through the frame upwards, crazy maybe, up along through the frame and then down into the wall here. That's a big maybe, but I don't know. regardless, I'm going to keep siliconing. I had sealed everything here, so there's no leaks here. I've double, triple checked it. But I'm going to do these lights, all these marker lights, because also the water could be coming in from those marker lights and running down in through the frame and finding its way inside the RV. So while I'm waiting for batteries to charge and stuff to dry, I'm going to keep sealing these things as well. I do not have to go to town for screws. I remembered I had some miscellaneous screws in that one box, that huge box of screws I'd gotten one time, and they're going to work. They're just about the right size. So, I'm good. I'm going to start mounting the kitchen subfloor in. I'm still waiting for the bathroom floor to dry. It's taking forever. And in the meantime, I'm still silicone sealing the lights and stuff on top of the RV. Today is a lot going on. You have no idea. Just the little snippets of film I show you, but I've been working since 9 o'clock this morning, non-stop. I actually ate while I worked, so I skipped breakfast and just ate lunch while I worked. It's quite a day, but I gotta get this done. Well, another battery down. I got one in the charger and one waiting. And now, no power tools. And yes, you can do this without power tools, but I'm not gonna. This is a lot of work. These are countersinking very nicely, and I just want to do a good job here. So I'll wait for my batteries to charge and keep on plugging away at this. I'll get the tile laid today, but it's going to be a long time. It's already been a couple hours since I put that glue on, and it's still not transparent or dry to the touch as it's supposed to be, they say. It's tacky in places where it has turned clear. It's super tacky. Again, they claim 18-hour working time with this stuff. I don't know how, but I think that means 18 hours you have till you can put the stuff down, but after that, once it's on, it seems like it's going to be on there good. No moving around. I messed up and cut my board wrong a few minutes ago. So right now I just set this on top of this other one. This is the last piece that goes in this gap. And I'm eyeing up my angle. See the pencil line? It's perfectly parallel. So I'm eyeing up my angle this time so I get it right. I just messed up half a sheet of this board. I'm happy I have an extra piece, or I wouldn't be finishing this today. Well, there it is. The kitchen is laid down. I just gotta wait for my battery to charge, and I can countersink this and screw it down, and then I can set the glue. Well, I'm still waiting for that in there to dry so I can lay the tiles, because once I do that, I don't know how I'm going to do this, because this, I think I'm going to have to do it piece by piece. There's no way I can reach over there. How do people do this? If you have to wait 30-40 minutes, or 30 minutes to an hour and a half, 2 hours. I've been waiting over 2 hours. How do people do this in a big room? It would take days if you had to wait and do it piece by piece. The instructions are unclear, and this is my first time, but at least the floor fits in nice. I found, as I was sealing up here and looking around, I found that the awning is riveted into the fiberglass and has caused some stress fractures a little bit, just little cracks sometime. And also the original sealant that was stuffed in here is missing in places. So this may also be a potential leak. So I'm cleaning it with a wet rag, which is a tedious process because it's got some old black filth on here. And when I get it done, then I'm going to go and silicone seal the whole thing and hope I get all these leaks. Hope that's it. I hope I'm done then with leaks. Because this has to stay clean and it's too long to step over, I've got a piece of foam on the floor to step on. This is a disappointment. I will get the bathroom done today, but I will not get the kitchen done. I can't believe it's been half a day and it's still not dry. Yeah, maybe I put it on too thick. I don't know. But that area dried. Of course, there was airflow there. This area did not. Maybe I could have had a fan out here. Maybe it's just too humid. But I don't know how contractors get the job done. This is insane. Unless you do it at night before you close up and come back the next morning and lay them, because this is still going to take a couple hours. I hope to get this done before dark now. Just the bathroom even. I'm really surprised. I didn't expect the glue to take that long. It said 30 to 90 minutes. Well, it's been more. I'm still waiting on my battery to charge. And I can hopefully finish screwing. Hopefully the battery will be enough to finish countersinking all the holes here and screwing this wood down. But anyway, I guess that's going to be it for tonight. If I get those tiles done in the bathroom, that'll be it today. That'll be the end for today's work out here, because there's just no way. Unless, well, the problem is it's supposed to be 65 degrees or more for you to do that glue. So, and it gets down in the 50s at night. It says 48 hours before, during, and 48 hours after it's supposed to be above 65 degrees to do that glue. And right now it's 72 in here, and it's not drying. So, I don't know. Maybe I could drop the glue tonight and come back in the morning and lay the tiles. I guess I'll find out. Hope to still cut these tiles before dark, but I'm running out of time. Well, there's a nice harvest for a day. Those are actually overdone. That was on the plant that does the brown ones, but they didn't turn brown. Later I got confused and those are normal ones and they just overgrew. But anyway, and this is a mini melon, a miniature melon. I didn't know it was ripe until I noticed that the top had actually fallen off when I touched it. And it smells sweet. So that, look at the size of that thing. So, that's a lot of food. Now I've got to do some pickles this weekend. I took out those metal brackets underneath this flooring right here, where the tiles are going, and I figured I'd just put a whole mess of screws down through this board instead. Should do the job, I hope. Hopefully it'll stop flexing under the tiles. Again, this was the worst part of the floor over here. So I'm happy I did buy this wood today anyway. I put a whole lot more screws. Like I said, I pulled this metal out, these metal retainers out from under this board, so there's no unevenness. And I put extra screws down right there to hold that floor in place. And I put extra screws along any pressure point, any point where I'll be walking, and especially along the seams where it was flexing. Try to do a good job, as good as I can. I put extra screws down where the, you can't tell screws from knots. I put extra screws down where you'll walk, right in front of the stove kitchen area, so it doesn't flex so much. And out over here, there's not so many screws, as you can see. Don't feel it was necessary there, and I didn't see any flexing. I had to put a couple extra here because the edge of the wood was flexing a bit, so that's why I have so many there. And over there is good. I don't see any flexing, and wood meshes nicely together. So that'll be ready to glue. Whether I decide to do it tonight or tomorrow, I'm not sure. Honestly, I might wait till tomorrow, because I'd like to know from y'all, how do people do a large room? What do I do, half and then wait till the next day, or what? Because this, I can't see this happening. How do you put the glue down and do a large room? Because my bathroom is still not dry, and it's now, what time is it? 7 o'clock in the evening. My bathroom is still not dry. Not ready for me to put the tiles down. I'd say it's been 5 hours? 6 hours, and it's still not dry. I know it's humid here, but let me get my foam on the floor here. My stepping pad. I don't know. It's supposed to be clear before you put the tiles down. Then I think I'm going to put a fan up here. It's the only way, because right there by that open hole, it's ready. Here it's not. I'm going to set a fan up, because otherwise this isn't happening tonight. And yeah, I'd really like to get it done. So 7 o'clock in the evening. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's the humidity or what. Crazy. But I'll put a fan up here and wait for that to finish up. And then I'll cut these tiles and prep them tonight anyway. I'm also trying to figure out, there's about a 2-inch strip on an edge, and I'm wondering if I should put the edge over by the doorway, and just, I'm afraid if there's a 2-inch strip right there of tile left over right by the high traffic area, that it'll be more likely to break off with time, even if I put a metal strip on there on top. I'm thinking it's probably better to put it here in the bedroom, because I do have guests, and the guests, you know, are not as careful as you are yourself. I'm thinking putting the shorter pieces here along this edge by the bedroom, where there's less stress. Anyway, the floor is weaker there anyway, so I think that's what I'll do. You guys will see what I'm talking about once I've laid these out.